It's week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
What inspires me?
I say, nigga, I'm amazing, fam.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in week 15. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive.
Let's talk about.
They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
I'm absolutely eager to watch him play in this game.
Nah, I'm going on a run right now,
Week
bro.
15, not a lot of games left down the stretch. But will he get outside of himself, trying to make huge plays in order to try and win an MVP? Because he's not in the #1 spot right now.
No, he's not. I think everyone consensus thinks that way. You
My
hope he
team
doesn't get outside of himself right now, though, because that could really get their offense out of sync. And it's been in sync most of this year. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the best.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, nobody scored. Jeremy, I'm not seeing got the ball.
Yeah,
okay.
Nowhere to go that time. Maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Shaquem Griffin there on the tackle. A gain of 1.
Yeah, but yeah, it's 2nd and 10. We just ran the ball for 2 yards, 38 right now.
As they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jimmy's gonna lose, and
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence
I'll
from
be
the
back.
previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, Jeremy, why don't you just, watch it?
They'll
Like,
run for the first time with
watch
DeAndre
it.
Swift. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
There was another on my phone. You know what I'm saying?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Nigga, all I did,
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 36 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Yeah. He would have came on some of that kids. Oh, they just made.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Jordan Brooks. It's a gain of 2 yards. And
they'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Carson.
Damn, somebody damn Carson. Hey, can you start the game on
behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now it's Carson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 4 catches, 53 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the delay, here's Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Wilson with the handoff.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
from the shotgun, Wilson. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
John Hightower on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line.
Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
I wasn't the last one downstairs.
Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Williams. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Carried by number 37. He was brought down.
Have to and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double
Okay,
digits.
you live?
We talked about their
Yeah,
game
I said I'm live.
being both running and passing there.
When?
You're right. They're sticking
I
to the
said
game
I'm
plan,
live,
get the
guys,
ground
and
game
she just
going.
said,
A lot of football
don't
left
care
to
about
be
the live, because you
played.
don't watch mine. You hear that?
I ain't hear that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st
Well,
and
anyway,
goal. He gets
Dang, I
it
missed
away
2 touchdowns. I gotta go back and watch it.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings
I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what's the answer to me losing like this.
There's no answer to my team no more. Not for you anyway. And all the other teams got some type of answer. I don't know about not for you.
Because, like, for 2 seasons straight, I've been kicking your ass. I don't know what happened this year. I really don't know.
They're giving it all they got.
Somebody put in Dwayne.
They'll try to run this one in.
These niggas ran it. Who is that?
He will not escape, and that is not going to get it done.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking. But they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
A 20-yard attempt.
Okay, so I can look at it.
14-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Straight over there.
KC's offense ready to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown.
It was a catch by Odell that led up to that first touchdown.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient, find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
I'll take Tyreek.
Oh no, I'm not listening.
Solid run on 1st down, gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He wasn't a part of it, everybody.
I want to say everybody, but you're not going to release everybody.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
I was being figure language that I'm going to release everybody, but I'm not actually going to release everybody.
And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense.
Don't play with me,
Fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Hell, you don't need nobody.
Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And sneak attack. They're going to run for it. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
See how bad my team need most.
Field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit.
I'm getting rushed all along. It's not that good, but still.
Oh, here's 1st and 10.
You need to do a third quarterback trade for just the fields.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Chargers.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
First and goal.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. John Hightower, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Walker. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 47-yard line.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chief.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up
from the 38, Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run
you
with
got
the
to constantly
football, there's
remind
no
Jordan
one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
7-yard line.
And that is incomplete. Wilson, the 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards
from the gun. Wilson. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Makes the score Chiefs 17, Chargers 10.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Herbert. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Play action, it's Herbert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Herbert, now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Let's go. Am I winning? Am I winning?
Yard, so now
Damn.
they'll need to convert on
Still
3rd
losing.
down.
Okay.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Chargers 1st down.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The 11-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down, Chargers.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Yes.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
You gotta punch it in,
They'll
punch
try
it in,
and
punch
run.
it in.
This is Williams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Damian Williams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Hey, Chris.
People always talk
Should I
about
say it?
one of his biggest strengths.
You blew it. You knew what I'm saying.
Vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
On the return, Walker. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and...
They run again with Carson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
And 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They run for it with Carson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal, and just not a whole lot to gain from the punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Williams on the carry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 40,
Williams. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
the ball carrier.
I do this for my squad. I do this for my game. I do this for my squad. I do this for my game.
That's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
What are you doing, Tyreek? What the fuck, man?
Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one.
I gotta go at the CC.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The throw right sideline here is complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, a bullet throw, but incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time, spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
makes the score Chargers 23, Chiefs 17.
So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And we have seen a
collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second and 7.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Brings up third.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Here's J.K. Scott now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2nd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Yeah, let me see. Okay.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Herbert, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. To throw on third down, Herbert. And he's going to be hit and taken down.
Ain't no point in 7 minutes or more.
48-yard line.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Johnny Hacker now.
NFL watch now,
for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
I thought they were going to do a
And the punt
slant.
over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. On first down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh my God, Keyshawn sent the clear.
It's second down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Chargers' 46-yard line.
He really just did
that last catch short of the marker
really
by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Throwing again here, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Chiefs.
To throw again is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's first and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Both trying to get back in the game, boy.
And the slant hauled in by Ruggs. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Carson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And now if the Chiefs hit the PAT, they will take the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Boswell for the extra point.
Money you text me to my that boy Hurts dangerous.
And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Hightower on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter. And a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
How did they get the ball back?
There is incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower, and that'll bring up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Throwing again.
Oh wow, he got hit like that.
That one complete
and
to
fumble,
him.
and then Colin threw the pick.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Tackle off.
Dude almost threw 2 for the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. A huge loss on the play.
I know Keyshawn got to be mad.
Back at the 19-yard line.
See, guess what happened, bro? Are you watching me and Keyshawn's game? Okay, so look, I equipped strip specialist on Burns, right?
The KC offense.
Tell me about Keyshawn.
This game deleted, bro. I'm the game deleted, bro. I ain't never seen that animation before.
He's in field goal range to take the lead, but Burns goes for the sack strip and rip that bitch out of fucking Herbert's hand.
Never seen that animation before. I'm done.
2 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a 1st down.
Keyshawn, you got it on Neal. Neal just can't get to the quarterback.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again.
Oh, your coach didn't challenge that?
He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but
at least y'all got it back. I'm surprised your coach didn't challenge that.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air.
I hate my team.
And they obviously picked the
I hate everything about them.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Oh, Chris, I think they did, bro.
6, that'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball 3rd down, got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 21. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
That
and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty
you knew that wasn't a
on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts.
If I get this first down,
if
you help me to 3,
before what'll be an important 3rd down.
I'm gonna retire and get my son into the NFL coaching business.
Right here, if you hold me right here, you got 3 timeouts.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
Russ threw a pick. Russ, see this that Kyle Shanahan shit. Why ain't you just run the ball, bro?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball?
Damn.
And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense. And then
I won?
See, that's tough.
Yeah, not
No,
really
I'm
good
talking about CC, man. It's not a dagger yet, but Russ, I mean, Kyler and D-Hop, boy, that's a tough connection. CC need a touchdown in 1 minute and 1 second.
After the turnover,
Sean did
here's
run down the field in 1 minute and 44 seconds. He didn't even get in the field goal range. That's a touchdown.
And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but it's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Hey, bro, leave it alone, bro.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20s. They bring the punter on to try and get
you
some
had a
hang
chance to
time
come
here.
back and my D-line held up like that. I'm proud of them niggas, boy.
Huh?
I'm proud of my D-line, boy.
Here's the Kansas City offense now.
Can I retire and then have my son come into the coaching business?
This one out and finish it off, and there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the
No,
ball, so it doesn't really come into play
No,
either.
you can't do that. And he'll come and coach your team as you left.
Fuck, man.
Start out on the ground with Carson. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground.
I'm going to kill myself. I hate this team.
So, Key, what's up? Keyshawn, what's our record? It will 4-2 now, right? I cut it in half, right?
Charles, the lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Don't make sure you know that.
They love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
boy, you can't get mad at that, boy.
This nigga done with this team.
Burn just a hell of a player, boy.
Now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred.